Silver Ridge Peaks'te ilk adımı attık. Zehirli bir gölün kıyısında uyarılar astık. Dağ yamacında ipleri sabitledik. Ama o sessizlik hala bir şeyler saklıyor. Bu bölümde işler biraz daha karışıyor. Rezervin sınırlarında terk edilmiş bir maden, kamp alanında unutulmuş izler ve doğanın ortasında yardım çığlığına dönüşen bir sessizlik. Ne olduğunu açıkça söylemeyeceğim. Ama şunu bilin. Bu bölümde gördükleriniz, duyduklarınız Silver Ridge Peaks'in yüzeyindeki çatlakları genişletecek. Eğer ilk bölümü kaçırdıysanız şimdi tam zamanı. Çünkü bu hikaye parçaları birleştirenler için anlam kazanıyor. Hazırsanız ikinci perde başlıyor.
Silver Ridge'de yine olay var. Bobby Joe, baş belası komşumuz, bu sefer kampını eski uranyum madeninin dibine kurmuş. Evet, uranyum. Bu görevde onun ne haltlar karıştırdığını öğrenmek için madene gidiyoruz. İlk durak, terk edilmiş maden. Tehlike var mı kontrol ediyoruz. Sonra Bobby Joe'nun kampına geçiyoruz. Çadırına girip neyle uğraştığını inceliyoruz. Ve en sonunda uyarı tabelasını tekrar dikiyoruz. Çünkü belli ki bazıları tehlike kelimesini görmezden geliyor. Bu görev sadece bir denetim değil. Bu doğayı ve insanları koruma görevi. Bobby Joe'ya rağmen.
There might be a situation going on at the moment and I could really use your help to check it out. It's not just gold and silver mining that took place out here. Even more recently, there was a working uranium mine in the area. When the reserve was established, we took responsibility for keeping it safe. Anyway, the old uranium mine is very rarely a problem. But recently, it appears that one of our neighbors, a guy I went to school with actually, has been spotted camping out around the mine. His name's Bobby Joe Jefferson. He's normally just a nuisance, driving his quad bike around and setting up little shooting ranges with tin cans. He makes the deer and turkeys extra skittish, so the hunters hate him. Can you head over to the mine and see what's going on? He's allowed to hike and camp there, but I don't want him going anywhere near the entrance itself. Okay, first things first. Let's make sure that the mine itself is still secure. A trail camera? I've used these for work and for hunting before. This one shouldn't be here, though. We don't want hunters so close to the mine. Grab the camera. Another trail camera. Bobby Joe doesn't have a permit to hunt here. Is he poaching? This looks intact, at least. That's gotta be a good sign. Hopefully that's the last one. Pick him up and I'll put him in our lost and found when I can take him from you. I don't really understand what's going on with the cameras, but but at least the entrance is secure. Let's go find his camp, shall we? It was actually Remy that called this one in. He doesn't know who Bobby Joe is, but I knew who it was as soon as Remy described him. That looks like his camp. Any sign of him? Rifle cartridges. That's not good news. Binoculars. Maybe he was hunting. Some snacks? Not enough to last a long trip, though. I'm seeing a pretty worrying pattern here. Take a look in the tent. That's our sign. Pick it up, would you? A journal. Maybe this'll show us why he's out here. Secret uranium mining. Government conspiracy? I'll be honest. I never credited Bobby Joe with this much imagination in high school. Replant the sign, and we're done here for now. You know what makes this extra weird? He actually has done some detective work. Enough to convince himself to camp here. The sign's back up? Great. This mine has never been a problem before, but let's not take any chances. Me and my dad have been dealing with Bobby Joe for years, but this is new. I know he's a nuisance, but I always felt sorry for him. He had a pretty tough upbringing. I don't want to call the police, but I have to. He's armed and known for making poor choices.
Silver Ridge Peaks'te bu sefer işler iyice tuhaflaştı. Yoga kampı diye gelen bir grup liderleri tarafından zehirlenmiş. Üstüne bir de telefonları toplanmış. Yani hem sağlık riski var hem iletişim yok. Bu görevde ilk işimiz kamp alanına gitmek. Ziyaretçilerin durumunu kontrol ediyoruz. Sonra kampı detaylıca inceliyoruz. Ne olmuş, kim ne yapmış, ortam ne durumda? Bu sadece bir kontrol değil, bu doğanın ortasında yaşanan bir krizi çözme görevi. Ve biz buradayız çünkü birilerinin yardımına ihtiyacı var.
It would appear that it's not just the neighbors that are making questionable calls today. Sometimes folks from the city will drive out here to get away from work or their personal lives or whatever happens to be bothering them. The problem is that sometimes, quite often actually, people wander into the wilderness without a clue of how to survive if things go wrong. Not that there's anything wrong with that, of course. And based on a couple of phone calls I've had from the hospital today, I think that someone has made a mess and could use some help. I was going to check in on them myself, but I need to coordinate with the police on this Bobby Joe thing, and you're already really close by. Can you head over to the campgrounds nearby and check in on them? The phone calls were sporadic at best. As far as I can tell, this professional yoga and meditation expert has led a group of accountants from Denver into the wilderness on some sort of spiritual retreat. She took their cell phones away from them and had them eating wild flowers and berries. Some of them got sick and have gone directly to the hospital. I know that we're not the reason why this happened, but it could look very bad for us if anyone gets seriously hurt. I'd appreciate if you'd hustle and check it out. That's weird. I expected a lot more activity here. They said they were bringing 20 people. Where is everyone? Is the leader in her tent? She goes by Jem Bodden. Can you hear the phones ringing? I guess we know where she hid them then. The accountants have left. I'm going to send someone to make sure they got back to their cars safely. This is an absolute disaster. A bunch of poisoned accountants and a lone woman climbing a non-specific mountain. Next time someone tries to run a retreat out here, I'm gonna make them hire a professional guide. She's expecting the others to meet her at the top of a mountain? Which one? This is exactly the sort of thing I find myself fighting uphill against. It's hard to get going when stuff like this keeps... Okay, first things first. We need to figure out where Baden's gone. I'll try to reach some of the accountants back at the hospital. Maybe they can help. I get the distinct feeling that she hasn't packed hiking boots or proper equipment for a climb. Maybe she'll turn back soon. I'll let you know if I hear anything, okay?
Silver Ridge Peaks'te işler artık sadece doğa ile ilgili değil. Uranyum madeninin sessizliği, kamp alanındaki karmaşa, her şey görünenden daha fazlasını saklıyor. Bu bölümde Bobby Joe'nun kampında unutulmuş izleri takip ettik. Zehirli bir yoga seansı, susturulmuş telefonlar ve gözlerden uzak bir çöküş. Ama bu sadece bir uyarıydı. Asıl fırtına henüz başlamadı. Bir sonraki bölümde ormanın derinliklerinden gelen bir çığlık bizi çağıracak ve biz o sesi takip etmek zorunda kalacağız. Çünkü Silver Ridge Peaks artık sadece bir rezerv değil, bir sırlar haritası. Devamı çok yakında. Hazırsanız sessizlik bozulmak üzere. 3. bölümde görüşmek üzere.
Enjoyed the video? Hit the like button like it owes you money, and subscribe for more fun.
Beğendiyseniz ve daha fazla içerik gelmesini istiyorsanız lütfen videoyu beğenip kanalımıza abone olun.